We're continuing in Nefesh Shimshon, the attainment of Torah, HaTorah B'Knineha, and it's page 8 in our English edition of Nefesh Shimshon. Rav Pinkus tells a very interesting mashal. Let's say an extension of the mashal is an example. Let's say that there was a town of paupers. Everyone was a pauper. Everyone had a few shekels. Some of them maybe had a horse that they would give rides carrying a cart from one place to another, and others were farmers. And one day, one of the paupers invited a friend over and took him into a room in his home and opened the door, and it was filled with diamonds and gold and rubies. And his friend looks at him and says, "Where did this come from?" Now, would his friend have any thought in his mind that he had somehow earned this? It's impossible. He was living just like everyone else in the town. The only way he could possibly have received this tremendous treasure trove is if it were given to him. So he asks, "Who gave this to you?" That's the question, who gave it to you? So Rav Pinkus points out that the Torah is like this. When a Kadosh Baruch Hu gave us the Torah, he didn't just give us the Torah, he gave us something else with the Torah. He gave us a part of himself. There's a concept that Torah, Klal Yisrael, V'kiddush Barichu, Chadhu. The Torah, Klal Yisrael itself, the people of Israel, and Hashem himself are all one. So when we attain Torah, we're actually attaining a portion of Hashem. Now, how can that possibly be? How could a gift of Hashem himself, how could God be actually given to a human being? How could a human being deserve and be able to receive? The answer is, if you look at a mother and a child, what a mother does for a child, dotes on the child, first carries the child for 9 months, morning sickness, and is constantly thinking about the pain of birth that's coming up, and then going through the pain of birth, and then having the child, recovering, and doting on the child, and getting up and being tired all day long, taking care of the other children, breastfeeding, and nurturing the child, and going through all of the trials and tribulations of being a mother. Who could bear this? There's only a single power in the world that can allow this to happen. That's the power of love. It's only through the power of love, if you think about it, that it's possible for a human being to go through such acts. People who love their work are able to do extraordinary things and able to devote themselves. People who love their children are able to do extraordinary things, give over part of themselves. It's only through the power of love. This is why Rav Pinkus says that when we talk about the attainment of Torah, we begin with Ahavas Rabbah, great love, because it's only through this power of great love. It's interesting that it says, Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Listen, Israel, Hashem, our God, Hashem is one. And Echad, in Gematria, is also love. Hashem is able to give us his oneness only through love. Also, he points out that a concept that lo b'shamayim hi. When Hashem gave us the Torah, he didn't just give us a fixed document. He actually literally gave us ownership, meaning the ability to control the Torah itself, to affect it, to have creative impact. It's lo b'shamayim hi, meaning it's not in heaven. The Torah is actually ours. It's given to us for us to impact, to change, to influence through the chachamim, through the sages, through the process of discovery and interpretation in the Torah. So when we learn Torah, to attain even a word of Torah is to actually acquire Hashem himself. And to acquire Hashem and this Torah and the ability to influence the nature of the universe, the creative process, and to actually unite in a certain way with Hashem, so that we can interpret Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad is not just that Hashem Echad, but also that we ourselves become a portion of Hashem and we're one with Hashem through this power of love.